Hello, everyone. We are here, obviously, with the dynamic, the eclectic, the powerful, the sturdy Rob Woods, and we are on
Any Given Monday.
Any Given Monday.
We need to have our own intro song. Maybe we can make it. Any Given Monday.
Maybe not, but we call it on Any Given Monday because on Any Given Monday you get to know a little bit more about Rob Woods. So we are coming fresh off the stage. Listen, don't tell nobody, but Rob Woods and company literally just tore it down, just had us so juiced, so excited. So we're super happy to be able to dive into this conversation with you a little bit more.
And we're going to tell you, there's 3 parts to this interview. The first is a 1-minute time segment, and we're going to ask you a question and we want you to fill it up. So for some people, they're done answering it in 10 seconds and it's nah, you got 50 seconds to go, fill it up. And other people are like, 1 minute, I can give you 5. So we're going to give you 1 minute to answer the first question. Then Maud and I are going to piggyback on some others. And then we're going to give you a fast round where we just ask you questions off the top. And you just got to, first thing that comes to your head, even if it's not what you meant. We ask, even if it's not what you meant, you just going to have to say it, okay?
Yeah.
All right, so you got the
first
timer
one
ready?
Yep, I got it ready. So, question number 1. We're going to give you 1 minute to tell us all about yourself and who you are. Okay. And that's starting in 3, 2, 1.
Starting now?
Yep, go.
Yeah, my name's Rob Woods. I'm from Sacramento, California. I'm a relative of the Bay Area and currently residing in Los Angeles. Music is my passion, it's my art, it's my heart, it's almost my everything. So for the past 5 years, that's what I've been doing as a songwriter and a full-time musician and artist. This is what I've been at, this is what I've been doing. So being able to come back here today and spend some time with Gold Beans here in the Zoo Labs it's an amazing feeling. It's an accomplishment. It's a goal of mine that you guys helped me achieve. So first and foremost, I want to say thank you to the whole staff because today it was amazing. It was great. Far beyond just music, to family environment and just a lot of positive energy going throughout this place. Real, genuine shit. So I'm happy to be here.
I'm just happy. You had 58 seconds. That was, wonderful. So now Taylor is going to start off our poignant questions for you.
Okay. So the first question is 2 parts. Are you a morning person or a night owl? And then what's a must in your daily routine?
Man, I'm a night owl. Hate the mornings. But I'm trying to get into that new routine. Right now you're trying to do things that's so uncomfortable to you. So I'll be getting up early, 5:30, falling back to sleep by 6. But I'm getting up at 5:30. In my daily routine, I try to give myself small goals that I can actually obtain and do. So the night before, I'm writing down something that I can do, and I'm making sure that I knock it out the next day.
Okay. Speaking of routines, like I said, you totally did an amazing job on your performance. How do you keep in that groove, especially where performing looks different now?
Yeah.
And what are the things that you do in practice to make sure your performance is always where you want it to be?
Well, honestly, for so long, it's been me kind of chasing this type of era because a lot of stuff that I was doing before was outside of the camera, it was in home, this space. I didn't really have, when I started off, I didn't have a venue or a crowd to go to. So I would do these things just like how we did today, a small collective of people. The group that you see me perform with, we were all street performers. We were outside the First Friday trying to get in for a year and a half. Just because at the beginning, no venues wanted to take us. It was a hard thing to do. So we prepared, getting in front of the camera and performing and just doing what we love is almost second nature to us now.
Okay.
My question is, what's an artistic talent that people may not know about that you have?
I'm a crazy, like, writer. Like, outside of music, like, I write poems, haikus, like, that's how I got into the game. When I was young, you know, English class, I was the one that was, like, always finished with the poems first and foremost. You know, my dad, you know, he put me to the side when I was real young. I probably was like 4th or 5th grade, and he was like, man, like, the writing that you're doing is so much, it's a little bit excelled, it's deep. So when I got into it later on and I wanted to do music, he reminded me, like, bro, you've been writing for a long time. It's got a beat behind it, but your writing skill is where it's at. So I love to write. I love to write about people. I love to write blogs. I love to work one-on-one with artists and help them, you know, do the things that they need in order to excel in the music game. Okay.
And I want to talk a little bit more about you outside of music.
Yeah.
I'm sure that you have, you know, goals, aspirations of where you want your music career to be. What are some goals outside of music that you definitely want to hit the mark on in your life?
Outside of music, as of right now, I mean, it's just growing and building new habits as an individual. Every day we're growing. So I'm entering a new phase, chapter of my life. This year I'm going to be turning 33. So it's a different habits I have to bring in, and I'm learning to adapt to those. Playtime's pretty much over. So just, you know, manning up, man. I'm trying to step up to the plate, man, and make, you know, my family proud on a whole new level. They've always been proud of me, no matter what I'm doing, but it's a new phase right now. So outside of music, like, I'm working hard in music too, but I'm working hard at life goals too. You know, stability, being able to stand on your own 2 feet and provide for a family is, you know, my goals at this time.
Yeah, 33, that's a Jesus year, you know? That's your...
Yeah.
It's like, I definitely feel what you're saying about playtime being over, of like, now I'm this person and this is who I'm growing deeper into, instead of like, when you're younger, you know, you kind of, I don't know who I am, I'm trying to figure out who I am, and now just honing in on that.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Up next is, what's a superpower that you want, and then how would you use it?
Shit. If I could have a superpower, it would be the power to heal fully, to help heal people. That's what I'm into. Like, honestly, that's what the music that I try to put out there is a healing type of music. Music takes you away from a place and puts you in a place that you want to be. So if I could put like healing powers in my music, meaning that whatever you're going through, when you press play on my shit, and when you get done, you fulfill it fully, like refilled, recharged, and healed. That's what I would love to do, and I would love to do it in a way that I like to do it, which is music. Yeah. So, Lord.
You're healing in both ways too, because artists heal. At least some artists heal through their music, and then so it's doubly potent.
It's a double entendre.
Yeah.
I want to hear a little bit about your upbringing in Sac, and what are some life lessons that you learned from your family and from your neighborhood in school that you carry with you today?
Yeah, well, Sacramento instilled something into me, which is like a lot of drive. My family, a big, large family. I'm named after my grandfather. My name is Robert Lewis Woods. And he's a mentor that I had for a long time in my life, who taught me that it's all about hard work. No matter what you're working at, you can work at, you know, saving cans. You know, as long as you're trying to do it the best and you're consistent with it, it can happen. It's going to happen. So he instilled that in me. Also, another trait that he instilled in me is giving back to the community. He would ride around the neighborhood and he'd give out food to any and everybody that needed it. So today, in this day and age, I'm still carrying those traits. I find myself trying to get closer to that whenever I have the time, or making the time to do so in various ways. So it's just it's a blessing because I have a good team behind me. I wouldn't even be here without my family, without my aunties, my uncles, my sisters, my cousins, you know, mom, dad. And I got a pretty good, solid team of just community backing back home in Sacramento that pushes me to just keep going and do more.
Beautiful.
Along the same lines of where you grew up, describe to us when you got out of school, what happened? Like, where did you hang out? Who'd you hit up?
Yeah.
What did you do?
When I got out of school, so that's a funny question, and I'm gonna try to sum this up real quick. They gave us a questionnaire in my senior year of high school. My teacher, he was a real hard ass, but he gave me real life facts. He gave us a sheet that had five options on there, and it was like the choices. He said, "What do you think you'll be doing 5 years after high school? Be in the military? Will you be playing professional basketball? Will you have a family? Will you go to college? Or will you go to jail?" I laughed at going to jail, but 2 or 3 years out of high school, that's where I ended up. I ended up doing 4.5 years in prison. And needless to say, I got off track and I started following a lifestyle that didn't support me being a musician or artist. It supported me getting in there and thinking about wanting to be a musician or artist, but I strayed away from the craft for a little bit. So like when I'm leaving messages to my youngsters and my people, I just want to keep them in mind of staying on track of what it is you really, really want to do, and knowing that when you stray away, it leads opportunity for other things to happen. Hopefully not as drastic as mine, but when you're on the right track, you're on the right track, and when you're on the wrong one, you're on the wrong one. You usually end up off the track altogether.
And earlier when you were performing, you talked about the work that you do with incarcerated folks. That's a community that a lot of people forget about.
Yeah.
And I want you to talk a little bit about the work that you do with that, and also the importance of making sure when people come home, like how we support them and how we sow into and affirm them.
Yeah. So, I love being able to do that. And the way it happened, we were on the street performing one time close to Powell Street Station. And somebody that worked in the warden's office, I'll say the name, Raphael Cassell, she spotted us out there and she just was like sitting there analyzing us. And then we got done playing and she just asked me, like straight up, genuinely, like, would you ever want to come to prison and perform for the inmates? I work at San Quentin. And that was like music to my ears, because after I got out of prison, I always wanted to get back in there and I always wanted to connect. I never wanted to just leave, my brothers behind and just go and live my life. So having an opportunity to go back in and do what I love and see people that I can connect with on a real, like, genuine level, it's amazing. So I'm happy that I'm able to do so, and it's very important that those that can and have the opportunity to go into those situations, bringing your light into, a place that's painted as a dark place, and leaving an imprint in there is something. It's like a crazy, amazing feeling. So I remember when I was in prison that there was just things that I wish that I did have. And one of the things I wish I had was entertainment, a little outside entertainment coming in. People coming in, engaging with us, knowing that we weren't monsters, knowing that it is safe for them to come into our community and do whatever they want and then leave, us connect and see eye to eye. So that's what was on my mind. So me and my whole squad, I brought my band and a couple others with me 2 or 3 times last year. And we went to San Quentin, we connected, and Banks that you've seen performing with me on my last run, we really, really connected. And I was just glad that when he got home, I was somebody that he could connect with and that we were able to build. And man, we got so much good music getting ready to come out. So yeah, I feel totally blessed to be able to come from behind bars and then have the opportunity to go back in on a positive note, on a positive level, and then be able to walk out freely. It's a blessing, and it's an experience that I don't wish anybody else had to have, but for me, it's a good one. I'm blessed.
What gives you anxiety and what brings you confidence?
I get anxiety whenever I get around people that are second guessing their craft. I don't know how to really say it, like second guessing yourself. Being around energy that's of uncertainty, it gives me anxiety, man. I love to be around people that just believe in whatever they want, whatever they want to do. I like having people around me that know that they are all put on this earth to do something greater, other than what we have to do. So music's always brought me that joy. You know, I worked a 9 to 5 for a very long time, and that gave me a little bit of anxiety because I just didn't feel like I was able to use my gift as much. And even to this day, it was a struggle, but I found a way to kind of do both a little bit. You know, you do a little bit of work here, but you put much more work into what you love, and that kind of balances out, you know, having to, you know, live life. We all have responsibilities, there's bills to be paid, money's not falling out the sky, so yes, I do understand that we gotta go work for it, but I feel like putting more effort into what you love to do is gonna bring you happiness, it's gonna bring you peace.
And this will be the last question for me. But you talked about joy and how just being in your purpose brings you joy. I want you to talk a little bit about what has been bringing you joy lately. But before that, I want you to just talk about what joy feels and looks like to you.
Joy for me it's like, I don't know, man, it's like almost like it's like a drug, or you know what I mean, in this sense, it's like a high. When you feel it and it's in you, you don't want it to leave. You want it more. You want to keep it high. You want to stay on that level. That's how I feel when I'm making music, when I'm making people happy, when I'm having fun with my people. I want to stay there. And I try to do anything that I can to feed that feeling. You know, that's what it is. Being around my family brings me joy. Seeing my friends and my family happy, that's joy. I want that to happen all the time. And if I could figure out a way to keep it that way, man, I swear I cracked the code and I'll sell that formula. Actually, I'd give it out. But if I did sell it, I know that'd be coming at a high rate and everybody would be looking for it.
It'll be a part of your healing music.
Yeah, you know what I
Superpower.
mean? But yeah, joy for me, man, it's just, it's within, man. I'm really finding out that it's within, and I'm being taught from others. It's not something that I've come to on my own, but I've been getting around a lot of people that are helping me remember what joy truly is and the importance of figuring that out before you go do anything else.
My last question before we get into the quick round is, tell us 3 words that describes Rob Woods off stage, and then 3 words that describe Rob Woods behind the mic.
Off stage, I could be real goofy. I can make you laugh. Off stage, I'll be honest, I could be a little lazy. I like to get on the couch. I like a little Netflix for a couple of days. But also off stage, I feel as a person that I'm somebody that can bring happiness to the ones that are around me. I don't know if that's a word or not, but that's just, I know that's what I do. And I love to do it, and I try my best to continue to do it. On stage, I'm a beast, I'm a monster, I'm a goon, I go crazy, I go hard. Sometimes I look at myself and I'm like, damn, like that's you. And that comes from building, you know, using those building blocks. I talked about this earlier. All the hardship that you've been in your life, you gotta sometimes find a way to make it positive and put it into your, you know, into your gas tank, so for when it's time to really, really go hard. So I always fuel my jets, and when I'm on stage, I feel like there's nothing that can stop me. There's nothing that even matters. There's nothing that will, you know, ever get in between me and completing that task or mission, which is bringing some dope music to the stage.
All right. Well, I feel like I know Rob better. Rob, I feel like you were a great friend. I feel like your friend, the way you describe yourself, your friends is probably like, I get amazing energy from Rob. Let me hit up Rob. Let me text his name.
Maybe some, not everybody.
Okay, so the fast questions, let's do, you want to do 1 minute or 2 minutes?
Let's go with one. Let's do
One. Yes. I feel like you ready. You like, okay, you don't even know what I'm about to ask. She's like, I got the answers already.
Try my best.
All right, so it's 12 questions here.
Okay.
You got 1 minute. Me and Taylor gonna go back and forth. I'm gonna start it off, and we are starting right now. Favorite color?
Blue.
Favorite animal?
Bear.
Favorite place to go on a date?
Pizza.
Favorite creative?
Creative what?
Favorite
creative?
Oh shoot. I gotta skip that one.
Favorite item in your bag?
Oh, my charger.
Aliens or robots?
Robots.
Would you rather have a golden voice or a silver tongue?
Golden voice.
Would you rather be 5 minutes late or 30 minutes early?
30 early.
Would you rather visit the future or the past?
Future.
Do you lead with your head or your heart?
Head.
What's your favorite mythical animal?
I don't know what that means.
Like, not a real animal.
Pegasus or
Like a dragon, like something.
Yep.
Like, oh.
Do you prefer being in front of the camera or behind?
Behind.
Okay.
And I'm going back to favorite creative.
Michael Jackson.
All right.
Wow, you did that in exactly 59 seconds.
Oh man, I'm so
Look at
on
you.
time, man.
Even with the skip, I wasn't gonna let you skip, but I want to thank you so much for just everything you've done today.
Yeah.
The energy, the folks you brought through that we got to meet.
Yeah, shout them out real quick.
Man, we had KJ Focus, we had Antoine Banks, we had Eugene on the keys, and it was just a crazy energy. The collective, they were here, they were on time. I get a lot of energy from the people that are backing me, so thank you to them. Thank you to you guys. Thank you to Gold Beans. Thank you for having me. Y'all woke up this morning with a mission and mindset, and y'all hit that shit. So kudos to y'all. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for being on Any Given Monday, and I'm excited to see all the joy you bring around, like Santa Claus.
I ain't got no gifts though.
The gift is joy.
The talent is your gift.
Yeah,
Right.
thank
You got a bag full of it.
I hope to come back sometime.
Absolutely. We out.
All right.
Have to cry no